Everyone, welcome to our podcast. I'm Mac.
And I'm Isaiah. Today we're diving into the gap theory, a concept in theology that suggests that there might be a gap between Genesis 1:1 and Genesis 1:2.
We'll explore that more and why some people believe in it and how it fits into our understanding of creation. It's pretty interesting, so let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get started and see what we can learn.
All right, so what is the gap theory? So the gap theory suggests that there's a big gap, possibly millions of years, between Genesis 1:1 and Genesis 1:2, where the earth was just formless and voidless.
Yeah, exactly. Some believe that this gap explains things like the fossil record, which shows evidence of dinosaurs existing before humans.
Yeah, this theory tries to make sense of ancient Earth and the biblical creation's account. And some suggest that after God's creation of the world, some catastrophe happened. Like God messed up and he had to redo the world, which made the earth formless and voidless before just for millions of years.
Yeah, it's an interesting take because it helps integrate the Bible's creation narrative with modern scientific findings, like the age of the earth and the fossil record.
Dr. John Whitcomb is the co-author of the book The Genesis Flood. His quote is, "The gap theory seeks to harmonize the biblical record with the scientific evidence of an ancient earth, yet remains a debated concept amongst many scholars." Okay, now we're going to move into different views on creation. The gap theory seems like a good fit for people who want to align the biblical and scientific evidence. But of course, there's plenty of debate over this topic.
Yeah, Dr. Henry Morris, a leading figure in young earth creationism, wrote in the Genesis record, "The gap theory is an attempt to bridge the gap between scripture and geology, but it ultimately undermines the plain meaning of Genesis."
Now, Isaiah is going to talk a little bit more about scripture supporting the theory.
Yeah, one verse often cited by supporters of the gap theory is Genesis 1:2, where it says the earth was formless and void. Some interpret this as indicating that something catastrophic kind of like just happened to the earth before it was initially created.
Right. So there's also a verse in Isaiah 45:18, and it says that God didn't create the earth to be empty. Some people use this verse as like a way to argue that the earth must have been different before it became formless and void.
All right, now we're going to talk about fossils and dinosaurs. Another interesting aspect is how the gap theory accounts for the fossils and dinosaurs. It suggests that these creatures lived before the world was recreated in Genesis 1:2.
Exactly. So those who agree with the gap theory often view fossil records as evidence of life that existed a long time before the earth was created. It is a way to merge science and faith.
Yeah, Dr. G.H. Pember, in Earth's earliest ages, famously stated, "The fossil evidence of ancient life cannot be denied." The gap theory provides a means to acknowledge this history without negating their creation narrative. Now we're going to talk a little bit about criticism of the gap theory. Mac?
One major criticism of the gap theory is that the Bible doesn't exactly reference ever in the entire Bible. It never states that the gap theory is true in it. It's more based on skeptical theories of scripture. So, yeah. So why do people believe in the gap theory?
Well, it seems to offer a way to answer questions about the age of the earth and the presence of the fossils in a way that still respects the biblical narrative. All right, guys, and that wraps up our discussion on the gap theory. We hope this gave you some new perspectives to go think about.
I'm Mac.
And I'm Isaiah.
Signing off.
So we have to say it together. 1, 2, 3. Signing off.
Just cut.